Conservative new media viewers, LA Lakers fans around the world, Jeremy Lin fans around the world. What's up? It's me, PFE, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. We're here to discuss the breaking news that reports are coming in from good sources close to Ramona Shelburne, Adrian Wojnarowski, and others, that it appears as though Kobe Bryant will need season-ending shoulder surgery to repair his torn rotator cuff in his right shoulder, which is his shooting hand shoulder. Now, Adrian Wojnarowski is saying that it looks like Kobe and the team will wait until Monday to make a final decision, and I believe that Ramona Shelburne of ESPN has said that Kobe still has other doctors to see, so maybe he's going to get second, third opinion or something along these lines. Ken Berger of CBS Sports said on Twitter that the initial diagnosis is that it is a torn rotator cuff without labrum involvement. The shoulder labrum is it helps to hold the shoulder bone or the arm bone into the shoulder socket, kind of like helps to attach the arm bone to the rib cage, basically the top of the rib cage. And look, that's good. That's good if there's no labrum issue involved, because then it would be even more of a complicated thing. And Kobe has had a torn labrum before. But this is obviously not great news for Kobe and for the Lakers, although I don't think it's really unexpected news. I think a lot of people, for Kobe to be shooting the ball with his left hand at the end of the Pelicans game, you figure it had to be a pretty serious injury. And there are various degrees of rotator cuff tears, but again, for him to be altering his mechanics to that degree, figured something was probably a pretty bad tear. And apparently Kobe has had this injury, or he supposedly told Byron Scott about his shoulder bothering him like a month ago. So this, my guess is that it's probably a small tear, and then it got worse and worse and worse. And then it kind of fully tore more completely in the Pelicans game. Although that's not a medical opinion, that's just a guess. I've had a number of shoulder injuries myself, including a torn rotator cuff and a torn labrum. And you can do things with it. I've played basketball with a completely dislocated and labrum torn shoulder. You could still play, but your effectiveness will drop considerably. So maybe this is why Kobe's shooting has been off the entire season. That's the latest. Now, for Lakers fans, hey, maybe it's time to just play the young guys. We're already heading towards the lottery. Maybe now it's just full tank time. Play Jeremy Lin, play Jordan Clarkson. Just play all the young guys. And let's see what we got. I know there's a lot of Lakers fans that feel that way. We'll see what Byron does. I don't know what he's going to do. We haven't heard anything yet about what the lineup might be. We know in the past that when Kobe was out, Wayne Ellington would start for him at shooting guard. So that's what I expect to see, but I don't know. And we'll see what the decision is. For Jeremy Lin fans, look, I mentioned this in the Pelicans game. This isn't a real big secret, and it's very similar to Jeremy with the Rockets. Kobe and Jeremy were basically fulfilling the same role on the team, particularly since Kobe went into more of a passing and rebounding mode than more of a pure scoring mode, which is to say, it was tough to have them both on the court at the same time because they were doing the same thing. And Jeremy, in one of the recent games, and I don't remember which one, said to a reporter, when he's on the court, I'm not on it. or something to that effect, meaning when Kobe's playing, I'm not playing, which kind of made sense. Now it's different. Now your primary playmakers on the team, if Kobe is out for the year, are Jeremy, Ronnie Price, and Nick Young. Nick's not a point guard. Nick can handle the ball and he can create, but he's better creating for himself than creating for other people, although he is capable of doing that. Ronnie is a good passer, and Ronnie, at least for assists, he can make good passes. Ronnie runs Byron's system in the way that Byron likes, which we've heard from Byron himself. So this doesn't necessarily put Jeremy back in as a starting role unless Byron decides and the Lakers decide as an organization, we need to test out everybody and see who we're going to keep and who we're not going to keep. Well, I mean, they might feel that same way about Ronnie as well. I don't know. So we'll have to see. But I think, again, the person that's going to get the most immediate more playing time is probably going to be Wayne Ellington. Although, like I said, we'll see what lineup Byron goes with tonight. I have no idea, and I haven't heard anything about it yet, as I mentioned earlier. So that is the latest news. It appears as though we are still waiting for final doctor confirmation, or multiple doctors to confirm. It appears as though Kobe Bryant will miss the remainder of the 2014-2015 NBA season with a torn rotator cuff that will require surgery to repair it. Now, one more thing. Is Kobe going to retire now? My prediction is no, he's not going to retire for a couple of different reasons. Number one, he can still make $25 million next year with the Lakers contract to him. I know he said it. He doesn't care about the money. If he doesn't want to do it anymore, he won't do it. $25 million is a lot of money. Even if you got to pay a number of taxes on it or whatever, you're still going to net a good amount of money. And it's not easy to walk away from that amount of money, even if you're Kobe Bryant. Number two, if Kobe Bryant plays one more year with the Lakers, he then will break the record held by John Stockton of number of years in the NBA with one team. Right now, John Stockton holds the record 19 years with the Utah Jazz, and he's tied with Kobe at 19 years with the Lakers. So if Kobe plays next year, he becomes the sole person with the record at 20 years. Number three, I don't think Kobe wants to go out like this. I think Kobe wants to go out on his own terms, not because of injury. A lot of athletes do this. Charles Barkley, when he hurt his knee, I think it was, he rehabbed the whole season and then played one game at the end of the year just so he could go out, and he didn't go out because he was hurt. So what you could see from Kobe next year is he gets his arm fixed, he gets more work on his legs, more rest, and just more time practicing. And then he comes back and plays kind of like a point guard role like he played this year. He doesn't shoot too much, doesn't strain himself too much. Maybe he misses some games, but he can say, hopefully, he played the year. He gets to collect that last paycheck. He gets to do kind of a Derek Jeter farewell tour. And hopefully he goes out without having been forced out by an injury. I think that's a likely scenario. Now, that doesn't mean Kobe won't get hurt again next year, because if he's out for the year, this is the third season in a row in which he suffered a season-ending injury. The Achilles tendon in 2012-2013, I believe, broken kneecap or broken knee bone in 2013-2014, and now this torn rotator cuff in 2014-2015. So it is possible his body won't hold up next year, even if he does come back. Maybe he comes back, they don't play him too many minutes at the start of the season. Maybe he comes back playing 30 minutes a game as a point guard type of role, and then that's it. So I do think he will come back unless there's real complications or he just decides he doesn't want to do it anymore. But I think Kobe will play one more year and try to get through that. And then I think that's it. I do not think he will try to play beyond next year. So that is the latest. Look, like I said, there's all kinds of things to talk about. There's polls out there. Should Kobe retire? Is Kobe done? I don't know. I know how a lot of Jeremy Lin fans feel, but let's just wait and see what happens. Is Jeremy going to stay with the team? Does the team want him? Does Jeremy want to stay? Is the team going to trade him before the trading deadline? Now with Kobe out, are they more likely to trade Jeremy? Because now they think they can start the full rebuild for the team. If they don't think Jeremy's part of their plans, and we've heard various people say that, then maybe they do trade him because Jeremy has a large contract and there will be teams that will be interested in that contract. And the reason why is because it's expiring, which means you can get Jeremy Lin right now. You trade guys on your team that you don't want. You get back Jeremy Lin's $8 million contract or whatever. You might not want Jeremy Lin on your team, but that $8 million or whatever his salary cap number is for this year, then it comes off your books, which means if you don't want Jeremy, you have $8 million more coming up into this summer that you can sign free agents. And maybe you can re-sign Jeremy Lin to a deal as well. So it is possible. I believe the trading deadline is like February 19th or so. So we're less than a month away from that. So it's all going to get interesting now. It's going to get interesting for the Lakers' younger players, guys that are going to get more time. It'll get interesting for Jeremy because even if he doesn't start now, he's still going to get more time on the court. Or he should, I would think, because they need a playmaker. And he's the best playmaker on the team, particularly in transition and playing with pace. Ronnie can play. Ronnie can run the offense, and he can make good passes. But Jeremy's better in transition than Ronnie is. So we'll just have to see what happens. We send our condolences to Kobe and to all of his fans and to his family. You don't like to see a guy continue to get hurt, as has been the case for Kobe. Kobe's he's at an age and he's at a mileage level where it's easy to get hurt for just any reason. Any little thing can happen and you can get hurt. So hopefully Kobe can heal up quickly, heal up completely, be able to make one more run at it next year, and we'll go from there. Okay, that is the latest. Game is coming up in about 5 hours from now as I make this video. They're playing the Spurs in San Antonio. We'll see what the starting lineup is. That is it for now. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Your comments below. Thanks for watching Conservative New Media. We strive to be the #1 Jeremy Lin YouTube fan channel. And once again, I am PFV, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. Take care. We will talk to you again later tonight after we check out the game, and we'll be on Twitter probably during the games, giving our thoughts as the game goes on as well.